YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. As told by Desi, I go by the name of Desi Got Bars, and this is the story time about how I got banned from Black Ink. Just a little disclaimer, if you hear my cat crying in the background, I do not torture animals. He's on punishment. I done put him in his little carrier because he was just acting a plumb fool. So we're gonna continue on with the story time. I got my little snack, got my little drink. You know, you can do the same. So let's get into it. I don't really remember back when the story time, I don't really remember back when this really happened, which I should have went back and looked before I told the story time. But honestly, I'm just telling the story time for entertainment purposes. And so like, I'm not gonna be saying like what location and stuff I was at because people are crazy nowadays. I don't really expect for this video to like do numbers or go viral or get crazy or anything, but you know, with people on the internet are still a little weird, so I'm not trying to give their business any backlash. I honestly don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I have a tattoo artist here in Brooklyn where I live, and you know my cousin does tattoos, so I'm great. I don't have to like start a petition for Black Ink to allow me inside. I'm only really telling the story time because I met a dude there, and he's the subject of the next story time. So, with all that being said, you know we're gonna get on to the story. I had been to Black Ink before, the original location. I had been there before, like years ago, maybe back in 2010 or something. And it was before I had started watching the show, which if I had watched the show, I probably wouldn't have picked oh shit to do my tattoo because I would have known oh shit cannot spell. And you know, that's just what it is. Like, we all seen it. The man can't spell. And so, with that being said, I went there many years ago. I got a tattoo done in the middle of my back, and I'm talking to my sister one day. This is actually a very separate quick story, honestly. I'm talking to my sister one day, and I forgot how the subject exactly came up, but the tattoo I got done was of my kid's name, their entire name, and she called the last name, but she said it like off. So I'm like, girl, that's not how you say it. You say it like this. And so she proceeds to tell me, well, I thought it was spelled like this because on your back, yo, why the wrong letter is on my kid's last name? And it's not like something major. It's like a U and it should be a O. So it's not nothing crazy. You just close the line and you're good to go. But when my sister put me up on game, I did reach out to Caesar on Instagram. I was like, yo, oh shit, messed up my tattoo, blah blah blah. So I never got a response. I didn't really care because honestly, the next time I go and get a tattoo, I'm just gonna have somebody close it. Like, it's very simple. It's a U, it should be a O. Put a line on top of it, blend it in. It's cool. So I wasn't like tripping like, oh my god, I have to go in there. So like I wasn't beat about it. But like fast forward many years later, they started giving out free tattoos for Nipsey Hussle. And so my sister hit me up about it and was like, yeah, you heard Black Ink is giving out free tattoos. We should go. And I'm like, dang, you know, I haven't got no tattoo in a long time, but like, it can't just be free. Like, it's gotta be some type of fees involved. Like, they're using their products and stuff. Like, you know, just from a business standpoint, they would be losing out on money if they just let people come in, not give them a dime, and give out free tattoos. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that there would be some type of fee involved. So I definitely did not go up there with like absolutely no money in my pocket. I knew better. So anywho, you know, my sister of course gets there first because anybody who knows me knows it just takes me forever to tell me about stuff 2 days in advance. That way I can pick out my outfit. You know, I know what time I gotta get up. do my hair, do my makeup, you know, get myself ready for the world to go outside. So like, you know, it took me like maybe an hour though, you know, so I wasn't getting too crazy. It's summertime, and in the summertime, I really don't put on makeup and go outside, like unless it's nighttime and I'm like going to the club or a party. And honestly, the only reason why I put on makeup to go to the club is because it's lights in there and I'm light skinned, and that washes you out. Like, people can't really see you in the club. And I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but because I used to do like community theater and performances and stuff, like those heavy lighting and stuff like that, like when you don't have any makeup on, it drowns out all your features. So like at nighttime, in the summer, I mean in the summertime, in the daytime, like I'm not putting on makeup to go outside. Like I'm not doing it. It's a waste of time. It's hot. So I, you know, get dressed. I go ahead and I might cut that part out because like I said, I'm not really trying to like disclose what location and stuff like that. So anyway, you know, I make my way there. I get there, I meet up with my sister. We wait in the line. So when I get there, my sister tells me that there's a list of tattoos that you can get. Or matter of fact, I'm lying. I'm gonna have to cut this out. Dang. All right, so boom. So boom. I get dressed. I get ready. I make my way up there. I meet with my sister. We get there. When I tell you that line is crazy, that line is crazy. Like, that line is crazy. I love free stuff, don't get me wrong. And like, I understand everybody love free stuff. If you get something for free, why not? Like, you kidding me? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Clearly by that line, it's just a lot of people. But yeah, also me. So, and on top of that, I was like, yeah. And while I'm in here, they fixing this tattoo on my back. Like, it's going down. It's definitely going down. So we get there. We stand in line. They say that they're only letting the first so many people in line. And I felt so bad. Like, after a while, I think like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes of us standing out there, they came out and they announced that. And so I'm like, but we might as well dip out because like we not getting in here. And my sister's like, yeah, forget this, we out or whatever. And so the line was crazy and they was only letting so many people in. And I honestly felt bad for other people because it was people that was saying they came from mad states over just to get free tattoos. And at this time, you know, Black Ink had a lot of locations. Like, they definitely could have went to some other locations and stuff like that, but I don't know, some kind of way, I don't know if it was like that location was giving out the best free tattoos or what was going on, but that just happened to be close to my area at the time, so that's where I went, you know. So I didn't have no problem going back where I came from. That's what I'm saying. It was people out there like really about to cry, talking about they had been out there since first thing in the morning. I was like, oh, I ain't know it was that serious. So we go home, we get turned away, you know, the next day or whatever. Matter of fact, when we get back where we going, you know, I actually hit my sister up and I was like, yeah, so you gonna go back, blah, blah, blah. And she like, girl, please, I'm not going back out there. She's smart. Be like my sister, y'all. Cause you know what I did? I went back out there. I went back out there like a dummy. I should have just let it go. Like, you're not getting no free tattoo. It's not happening. Like, it's just not happening. So, I take my behind back out there. And I go back out, like, earlier. Because the first time I went, my fault, y'all. I'm so hungry. So, the first time I went, it was like later in the afternoon, maybe like 2, 3. So this time I went at like maybe 10 or 11. So it wasn't like mad early, but it was earlier. So when I went, like the line was long, but not that long or whatever. So I pull up And it's like cool vibes or whatever. Everybody talking, getting to know each other and stuff like that. While I was there, I actually met my birthday twin. Like, I'm old. I ain't really gonna say how old I am. Mind your business. But I'm old, so I never met nobody who had the exact same birthday as me. But while I was out there, I did met a birthday twin. Shout out birthday twin. Hey twin. So I met my birthday twin while I was out there, and I also met this other guy. And we're gonna get into him next story time. But yeah, I met some guy with the same birthday as me, birthday twin. So we're just gonna call him Twin the rest of the story. And I also met this other guy. I guess we just gonna call him Leo because he was a Leo. So I pull up, we talking, we chopping it up. When I get there or whatever, like I said, it wasn't that many people in line. Maybe it was like 6. So it was like including me. So birthday twin, the Leo guy, and another guy was out there before me. And I was like the only girl. So when I pulled up, the Leo was sitting in a chair. And so, you know, we sitting out there chopping it up. He asked me, like, as soon as I woke up, like, do I want to sit down? And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course, thanks. So, you know, I like chivalry. That's cool. Like, you give me your seat, you hold the door for me and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh. Because some guys that do not be having no manners, they don't be caring. Like, I was here first, I'm sitting down, this is my seat. So I thought that was cool. And, you know, he was dressed nice or whatever. And he was cute. So we all out there talking, blah, blah, blah. They come downstairs and they announcing the rules to everybody. So come to find out, like I said, you know, you have to tip. Like, you have to pay them something because they're using equipment, which makes sense. I ain't had no problem with that. Like I said, I wasn't planning on pulling up broke. I didn't pull up broke. So I definitely planned on giving them some money. And also, they had a list of tattoos that you could get. That's the part that threw me. Because I had thought of this whole dope little cute idea in my mind. Like, it was all... And I'm still getting that tattoo, too. Still getting that tattoo. Matter of fact, might get it this weekend. I don't got nothing to do. So, you know, anywho, I thought of this cute little... I had got myself hyped up to get this tattoo. They got a list of tattoos. Mind you, it's one paper, like, you know, regular printer paper, and the tattoos are drawn on it. So you can imagine how many tattoos on there. I can't remember the exact number, but it was probably like 6 or 5 or something like that. Or you could get a quote, but the quote had to be 8 words. Matter of fact, I don't even think it was 8 words. I think it was some weird number, like 7 words or something like that. Excuse me. But I was like... So at that point, they had already blew it for me, honestly. But I was still like, you know what? I done came all the way back out here. I might as well go on and get something, anything. You know? No. Again, should have just went home. So like I said, we standing out there, we chopping it up. We've been out there for a while. Maybe by this point, we have been out there for like 2 hours. So I get up and I'm like, do anybody know where the bathroom is around here? So they like, yeah, just go upstairs. There's a bathroom upstairs. I looked at them dead in their eyes because, again, at this whole point, but up until this whole point, everything I had told myself had been true. So I should have just kept listening to myself and not listening to them, because I knew these people was not letting me go to their bathroom. I just knew that wasn't gonna happen, like, at all. I just knew it wasn't gonna happen. So anyway, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just find somewhere where a bathroom is, blah blah. So they like, nah, just go up there. You can use the bathroom. Like, why wouldn't we be able to use the bathroom? We sitting out here waiting, blah blah. I'm like, let them gas me. Took my stupid behind up them stairs, and I just so happened to walk up there when somebody else was at the door talking to somebody, because at this point it was, you know, this was way before COVID had started or whatever, so it wasn't like a people restriction going on or anything. So I didn't know that they was like stopping people at the door. I just assumed that we was sitting outside because we was waiting on free stuff, honestly. But apparently this woman was making an appointment or had an appointment and she missed it. I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into that because I didn't hear the whole conversation. They was just in a disagreement, and that should have been my hint to take my behind on and find a back, because he wasn't in the let you use the bathroom kind of mood by the way him and her were getting into it. We just gonna put that out there. So I don't know why I didn't take my behind back down the stairs. So in the middle of him and her, you know, getting into whatever they getting into, he turns and looks at me and asks me what I want. So I was like, I just wanted to use the bathroom. And he was like, we don't have a public bathroom, but you can go to the bathroom. I forgot where he told me to go to the bathroom at, but he was telling me to use a bathroom at another business. He was like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to buy something. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, technically, if I'm waiting to be serviced, I am a customer. So it's not a public bathroom, but I'm gonna just go use the bathroom and come back. And so I turned around to go use the bathroom, and I was like, oh, by the way, is Caesar in there? Can you send him downstairs because I wanted to ask him something? Mind you, I told you I had been there years and years before, and I have the tattoo on my back where the letter needed to be complete. That's what I wanted to ask him. Like, while I'm here getting this free tattoo, you mind, you know, fixing, because I originally got it at your shop, you know. So could you just close this up for me real quick or whatever. So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, can you send him downstairs? Mind you, I'm not like, oh, you need to let me in so I can. I'm just like, can you send him downstairs? Because they already made it clear we had to wait downstairs because we was getting free tattoos. So I was like, can you send him outside, blah, blah, blah. So mind you, I told you I was heading down the stairs. He throws the door open. Not, mind you, I told you it's a lady. So the lady that's talking to him before he started addressing me is still standing right there by the door. And at first he had the door cracked. But when I said to send Caesar outside, he threw the door open, hit the lady with the door, made her mad to the point where she said something to the effects that she's going to get somebody and she would be back, and she left. So he jumps in my face and he was like, what you need to see Caesar for? I already told you can't use the bathroom, thinking I'm trying to tell on him about the bathroom. And I was like, I already said I was gonna go to the bathroom elsewhere. I'm not worried about the bathroom or trying to, because he said something about me trying to get in or to get on TV or something. And I'm like, I'm standing outside to get free stuff. I'm pretty sure I don't want to be known on TV as the girl getting free shit. Like, I don't care about being on TV. I honestly just had to use the restroom and wanted to get my tattoo fixed. That's it. That's all. Boom. So I'm like, yeah, I got a tattoo here before and I just wanted to get it fixed. And when I said here, I meant Black Ink as a business, because I was at a different location than the original location, just to make that clear. Like, I'm not going to disclose what exact location I was at, whether it was in New York, Atlanta. But, you know, I was at a different location from where I had originally got the tattoo or whatever. So when I was saying here, you know, I was just saying that location. And I was like, yeah, my tattoo got messed up before, whatever. And I said, bye. Oh, shit. I said who it was. And he was like, oh, nobody gave you no messed up tattoo from here. You're lying. And I was like, it wasn't. I didn't say from here. I said who it was. And clearly, you know, they don't work at this location. Like, he was escalating the situation and I was de-escalating the situation. I was taking the position that he should have been taking. And honestly, if any point is taken from this story time, maybe it should be that. Certain things are good for TV, but horrible for business. Like, you don't need somebody who is in charge, supposedly. I don't know, because I don't know the guy from Adam. I don't even remember the guy's name. I don't care. But, like, you don't need somebody supposedly in an authoritative position antagonizing and amping situations instead of de-escalating the situation and bringing more business in, because it was just a mess. And it gets worse from here. Like, that ain't it. So he's like, oh, I'm lying on them, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I should have hit Caesar up on Instagram. I was like, I did. And I proceeded to pull my phone out or whatever, but he turned around and went back in there and slammed the door. So I was like, okay, maybe he think I got pepper spray or something. Like, he's crazy. So I went back downstairs and I went and sat back down. And I was like, that's a fool. So, mind you, this whole time, he was yelling. Everybody heard him yelling. And nobody heard me because it wasn't that serious at all to me. Like, at all. It was not that serious. So, I get back downstairs and they was like, oh, what's up with him? Why he was yelling like that? So I'm like, I don't know why I let you gas my dumb ass to go up there and ask them to use no bathroom, because I knew they was not letting me use the bathroom. And we kind of all laughed at that because, like, honestly, like I said, I didn't care. I didn't take it that serious. So, oh, I'm leaving out a part. Mind you, while he's yelling at me, or whatever, I forgot even how the information got passed back and forth, but me and him have a mutual friend. Like, I know somebody from there from, like, my first time hanging out at Black Ink or whatever. So when he ran back inside, I guess he went to call that person, and I was downstairs, like, talking to everybody else. So I'm downstairs. I don't know if he was, like, calling to confirm with that person because he really thought, like, I was just some crazy girl coming there to do I don't know what, but, like, bruh, just trying to get a tattoo. So, you know, they asking me what happened, and I'm just like, oh, he, for the record, don't ask them to use the bathroom because it's not happening. Go to the bathroom at such and such. And I told them what he told me. Like, that's where everybody got to go to the bathroom at. Blah, 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 blah. And they was like, but why was he yelling like that? And I was like, oh, yeah. Because I had asked to talk to Caesar. And they was like, oh, what you want to talk to Caesar for? Ooh, like, trying to be funny. And I was like, oh, nah, because I had to talk to him about a tattoo. I didn't even get into it, like, out there trash talking their business or anything like that. So I was just like, yeah, I had to ask him about a specific tattoo or whatever that I had done already. And they was like, oh, okay. So meanwhile, while I'm talking to them, I'm sitting in a chair and I'm like, you know, this is the hanging chair, so I can't do it. But I'm like, you know, lean back in the chair, like on the back part of the chair and on two legs, like instead of sitting on all fours. So I'm leaned back in the chair, I'm talking, I'm chilling, cutting shit with the people. I was like, yeah. So I guess it goes unsaid that I ain't getting no tattoo here today. So I'm talking trash and I'm, you know, basically I didn't resolve to the fact, like, this is before he even told me that I was banned, quote unquote banned or anything like that. But I was just like, I ain't going in there. Like, I'm good. You know, I was honestly just there because I was still talking to the Leo guy or whatever. And we was chopping it up. We was kicking it. So he comes back downstairs, like, while I'm talking or whatever. And at this point, we wasn't even talking about that situation anymore. But he comes downstairs, shoves his phone in my face. And my friend is, like, on FaceTime. And he's like, yeah, like, what's up with you? My friend said you out there causing trouble at the shop, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, causing trouble? I was like, I haven't even... He's the one out here yelling or whatever. I don't know if he having a bad day. He's like, yeah, because anybody takes the phone out my face, like, while I'm talking to him. And so, like, I was talking to the Leo guy or whatever. Like I said, I've been talking to him all morning, and he didn't like that. So he said something to the guy about that. He was like, you came down here yelling. You was yelling earlier, and you shoved your phone in her face so hard she almost fell over. Like, you the one out of line here, bruh. And so everybody else was like, basically like, yeah. So once he seen that people was on my side, he got the phone and went back upstairs. So my friend messaged me like on social media or whatever and was like, yeah, he just doesn't like when people ask to speak to Caesar. And it's like, this is a place of business. How do you not like if somebody comes in and asks to speak to the boss? Like, that's they right as a customer. And I have spent my money here before with this business. So I am a customer. I am a returning customer, which you will never get again. So, oh yeah, before he stormed back upstairs, he was like, oh yeah. But he was on the phone with my friend, but of course he wants me to hear it. He's like, might as well tell your friend to go home because she's never getting in my building. She's banned. She's never coming to Black Ink. Like, he was banning me from the White House or something. Like I was getting kicked clean out of New York City. Like, I don't give a fuck at all. At all. At all. So, anywho, he goes on his little rant. Then he runs upstairs because my friend tried to check him or whatever. And then after that, you know, he goes upstairs. I'm still out there for maybe like 30 more minutes. Like I said, you know, I had met a birthday twin out there. So we chopping it up. Me and the Leo guys chopping it up. And the other guy that was out there as well since first thing in the morning, we all chopping it up. And he basically was saying that guys like that is the reason why stuff crazy be happening in the world, because he doesn't know me from nowhere. You came downstairs acting crazy. You don't know who's with me, who know me, who might feel a type of way about that. And I was just like, yeah, that is crazy. Like, I would be fucked up if I got on the phone and called my cousin to come throw his ass out that window. But I don't care about this whole situation. Like, you kicking me out of Black Ink means nothing to me, bro, at all. Period. So, anywho, that's all, you know, that was said about that little situation. The guy proceeds to come back downstairs after maybe about 20-30 minutes. And he's like, yeah, nobody, mind you, I told you I had been out there since like 11. Now it's like 1, 2, 3. The line getting longer and longer and longer. You know, more and more people is joining in on our conversation. Honestly, we just having a big group conversation about random stuff. The most random stuff like religion, everything. Things that most of the time people would argue about. We was just honestly having open discussions and different views about like everybody. So it was a cool little conversation, and I wasn't ready to go home. I didn't have to go. Like, this is a public place. I was outside the building. I was not in your hallway. I was not in your vicinity. Like, you can't kick me off the sidewalk. It's public. So he proceeds to come back outside and looks dead at me, but is addressing everybody else and is like, oh yeah, we not letting anybody in right now because we had a little incident earlier and we don't know who's with who, and anything could happen. People are crazy nowadays. And so people who is just pulling up, they like, what incident? What kind of incident? What? I don't know. I honestly feel like he came down here to do that, to try to make me feel uncomfortable and make me try to leave. But you can't make me feel uncomfortable. I was like, oh, he's talking about me. He mad because me and him got the arguing earlier because I asked to speak to Caesar. And everybody was like, oh, what that got to do with us, blah, blah, blah. And so I don't know if he expected people to start getting mad with me, but at this point, we had all been out there talking and chopping it up for mad long. So when he went back upstairs, everybody was like, well, what he got a problem with you for? You've been sitting out here the whole time chilling. Like, you don't even seem like the type. I was like, exactly. You see how, and mind you, everybody else out there has seen him argue with like 6 different people. Like, you the problem, bro. You the problem. I'm minding my business. At this point, like, if you come downstairs and be like, you come to get your tattoo, what do you think I'm going to do? Run upstairs to go in with them? Like, bro, I don't care. I'm not going in your building. Your building is safe and secure. So I'm sitting there, I'm just chopping it up, chilling, whatever, making us mad on purpose, period. Like, now at this point, because you want me to leave, now I'm not leaving. Now I'm being petty. So I'm sitting there, we still talking, whatever, everybody's talking. So I don't know if somebody like called Caesar and told him he had to come and start letting people in, or what the issue was, but Caesar did show up and he went upstairs, and I didn't bother him. Like, for what? I do not want to compensate your business in any way at this point. Like, at all. So I just let that I just let him go up there and I mind his business. I let him mind his little business and go upstairs or whatever. But after he went upstairs, they started letting people in to get tattoos. So they came down and they asked a couple people to come upstairs, and those people went. And, you know, the guy that I was talking to, the Leo guy, he was still out there. So I stayed out there and we still talking about. So the next group of people they called to go upstairs, they called the Leo guy in. So we exchanged Instagrams or whatever, and I did. Period. I wasn't planning on hanging out there all day and all night. And it's so crazy because right when I got up to leave or whatever, it started raining. So it was like, girl, go home. That was God telling me, girl, go home. So, you know, me and the Leo guy exchanged information or whatever, because, you know, he was cool. We had good conversation and stuff like that. And, you know, he was a cool dude. So I thought. So, you know, that's about the time I got banned from Black Ink and met an F-boy in the process. And we'll be back next week and tell you exactly how I found out that he was an F-boy, because it's just a whole nother, like, I've probably been done worse, but like, as soon as I met somebody, I've never met somebody be like this. Ugh. So, but that's another story for another week. So I'll see y'all next time.